But there was this one that said close family, so I clicked on it and I drilled down, and then at some point it said 100% match.
I knew I must never give up to my family. I knew that. But when I got the news from my nephew, I will never forget that day. I just thought, the Lord is so special.
Don't let what you've done hinder you. Don't you let where you've been hinder you. Don't let what they say hinder you. Don't you let your past hinder you. You're a woman without limits. You're a woman without limits. There's nothing the enemy can do to stop what God has for you. You're a woman without limits. You're a woman without limits. Woman without limits. Na 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 na. Woman without limits. Woman.
Hey, you're welcome to Woman Without Limits. I am Rev Kathy Cuna. Now, if you didn't watch us last week, you definitely want to start there, because this story is it's like a myth. It's like, wow, dumbfounding, exciting, tearful, all at the same time, like a concoction of feelings. Watch this.
So I'll take you back a couple of months prior to that. I have the need to pray every day. And I asked for one thing. I asked the Lord to bring me my family. That's what I asked him. And I repeated it every day. I did the same prayer every day.
Just bring me my family.
Yeah.
You said your grandfather got ill immediately.
Yeah.
He started getting sickly.
You know, it's killing softly. You won't tell. But it was killing softly until he died 1982. He would mention 10, and my father would say that he would react. So it killed him softly.
And now, and even the mother, even the wife,
Yeah,
was wounded by that.
very wounded. To a point she didn't say anything because she doesn't want anyone to ask her anything because she has no answer. It was not her idea, and now this is the story. Yeah.
So as a relative, as a niece, did you ever wonder yourself, like, if you'll ever see her? Did you even think about her?
For me, they were just saying,
Yeah.
but you know, they are saying it's only that one was doing the
The math?
the research,
Yeah.
but he died, the second brother.
There is somebody who was doing a research.
Yes.
In the process he
In
died.
the process. And for me, it didn't register that much. You know,
'Cause you were young.
Until 2011,
Yeah.
when the other one, she came in, and I was trying to think, now this is a serious matter. And so I'll tell God to help me, because I also saw the pain of the family. When we went for the DNA,
Yeah.
the DNA, because she came in, and we did all we could, and we said now we are good for the DNA, because we couldn't trace anything.
She didn't look like you, nothing.
Somehow we connected, but you know, when somebody is tracing, You just connect. But just looking, it didn't work. But we said the DNA will say the truth.
So when you did the DNA, it showed she wasn't, that wasn't the Wajiru.
There was a spiritual war at first. There was a confusion in the middle of all that. We came down here, this Catholic church, there's a office unit. That's where we came for the DNA. And there were two families. And she would tell me, I want you to see the other family. And you see that one is calling, that the one who is saying is my brother, doesn't look like me. And she had hope with us. But even the grandmother say, this one, this one is not even a Kikuyu.
Like, this cannot be.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't.
But it started now waking those senses up
Yes,
to know that there's
yes,
a Wajiro
yes.
That needs to be found, but you
Yes.
just didn't know where to
I
start.
didn't know until my father was seriously sick, 2015. So I wanted to know where did our family tree, from where to where we are, like the way Nyaga was doing. Now, me, I was doing on my father's side. But I didn't have that knowledge of doing DNAs.
Yeah.
Mine was physical.
Yeah.
Going to grandmother and ask 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
where did we come from?
Yeah.
Well, until I came to know, originally we came from Paramount, senior chief. Yeah, we were, my great-great-grandmother was among their 100 wives.
He had 100. He was catching up with Solomon.
Among these 100 wives, among the young wives.
Wow. Yeah. So you do you even know where to start?
You know, it's just like, you get new information, you don't really know what it exactly means. But I started, I told my mom, and so I right away sent a message to this person.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I see this much, and you know, I would be interested in knowing father or who you are. And you know, just to leave it there, Ancestry gives you that facility. It just so happens that Lisa had put her DNA and opened it up for any matches or information that the public may have.
Yeah.
And when I did my grandma's, that's the default setting, so I left it that way. So I put a message and sent it, and you know, you never know with these things. Someone may get back to you or may not get back to you.
Yeah.
And she gets back to me, like almost right away.
Now you are standing up.
Hey.
You can't be seated.
Yeah. So, yeah.
She gets back to you, and what does she say?
So she says, this is fascinating. I'd like to meet you right away. Something along those lines.
Are you in Kenya at that time?
Yes, I was in Kenya.
Oh my God! No, it's like a novel we are reading.
Yes.
What?
Kama drama.
Ni drama in video.
Video.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now, are you in total shock that somebody has actually responded?
Yes. Yes. I mean, we exchanged a couple of. First, I was like, "What do I call you?"
Yeah.
Because you know, there people sort of put handles, usernames.
Yeah.
And so, you know, she gave me her name, and then when can we connect? So we exchanged our WhatsApp numbers, so we can have a video call. That's about the time, I was sort of now, you know, told my mom, hey, you know, I'm going to talk to this person. And everyone I told my dad, the story was, I mean, people didn't know who this is. Yes, you want to talk to her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So now she said, let's connect, let's meet.
Yes.
So what did you do after that? Did you call her immediately?
So we set up a time, and we just had a FaceTime call. It was, you know, you don't know what to say or what to ask or what to because up until that point, we still don't know the story. We just know she's matched with someone in my grandmother's side.
You have no idea.
You have no idea.
The background story.
Yes.
Hey!
You don't know
No,
how
leave God
old,
alone.
Yes.
Leave God. God is in a class of his own.
Yeah.
He is too much.
Yes.
He is unmatched. He is dependable. He is too big. Can you see God? So he is preparing you on this side, preparing Lisa on the other side. You don't know anything. You have no clue. You're just doing your researches, but you have no idea that there is a Lisa that has been actually trusting God and praying that one day she's going to find her family.
Yes.
So when you call, she tells you.
So when I call, she's there. She's with Leonie, her daughter. And, you know, up to that point, you don't know how old is this person. You've never seen them. You don't know. So it's that first contact. And, yeah, just she looked amazing. Her daughter, I guess my cousin.
Yeah.
And we're saying hello.
For the first
For
time.
the first time. And, yeah.
Is she now telling you, I got lost and he took me? Is she like blurting it all out?
You're so measured because you don't know what to say and ask. And she also is trying to, she has a billion questions.
Yeah.
You have a billion questions. Yeah, but we kind of walked through it, and yeah, we, you know, she asked me who my grandmother is. And, you know, you sort of start pulling the thread that way.
Yeah.
And she told me her story. So I started putting it up around the point when we were getting independence, so around 61, 62. So, oh my God, you know, I'm writing all this stuff because now it's starting to put, the timeline is starting to shape up. Until that point, I still don't know who this person is.
You don't know the story behind
You
it.
don't know that. So
No one has told you anything. Your parents, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. So we exchanged enough information, and I also asked her for some pictures because those always help.
Yeah.
And she told me she's been looking for her family all these years. You know, I thought maybe it's someone who lived here,
Yeah.
went to the UK, did a DNA.
Yeah.
But now the story was, no, I have been in UK all my life. So I took that information and also the pictures that she shared with me.
Yeah.
I shared with her some pictures of my grandmother's family reunion that we did in August of last year.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I took all that information and I now took it to the family.
Okay. Tell me the drama now.
So
I'm ready. I'm here for the drama.
yeah,
You now took it to the family.
yeah.
You told your grandmother
Yeah, so I remember telling my mom I'm going to visit with Shosho.
Yeah.
Because it turns out that Shosho's DNA has 100% match with someone who could be her either niece. You know, you start doing the math because you don't want to, you know, you're trying to speculate at this point, whose child is this?
Yeah.
And then the age puts her within my auntie's range. So, yeah, so I took that information to my grandmother, and she was there with my uncle, my dad's brother. And so I'm asking them, okay, do you know someone in the UK? And up to that point, I know her as Lisa.
Yeah.
I don't know her as
Any other name.
Yeah. So my grandmother is no, I don't know anyone. So I told her, well, she says that she's been in the UK all her life, and she had been adopted by a white couple.
Yeah.
And right away, my grandmother said that Wajiro Kana, so she was taken as a small kid. And that's when I knew that we have the story.
Let me just go. I'll come and listen again.
Yeah.
Wait, Jesus. So now your grandmother now tells you, hiya, there is a Wajiro.
Yes. So she says there's a Wajiro. She says that, you know, there was this one time, and now my uncle, who's about the same age.
90-something.
You know, my uncle is about 60. He's
60,
the same age
he's
with
the same
Lisa.
age with Lisa.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Is so excited and is really engaging with this because as kids they knew what had, you know, when your friend leaves
Is
and you used to
taken
play
away.
with them, your
Yeah.
cousin. So they tell me this whole story of how, yeah, you know, some kids were put together, you know, were washed and
Were washed.
they were washed and presented because this couple had wanted a child. And I guess it was something back then where people would give children to live in a home. Let's say that home didn't have children.
Yeah.
People grew up in different homes, and that this child was selected from a group of children. So she told me this whole story, and she told me it was her sister's child. And she told me that, you know, in the village, they didn't know about it. They found about it after the fact. And they had wished that, you know, the whole village could have been consulted.
Involved,
Yes.
yeah.
So they found out this after it had happened. And so I knew now we have at least a story
Yeah.
that collaborates with Lisa.
Are you in shock now? Now are you like,
You know
"Hiya,
you're shaking at this point, but you're excited shaking because you are, you know, it may have gone one of two ways.
Yeah.
You don't know, you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, and you leave it at that.
Yeah, now you have a story that you're starting to get one side of it. And I was getting so excited for Lisa because now I know that this is who she's
Her
been
family.
looking for. Yes.
And she's told you that she's been looking for them all her
All
life.
her life. Yes.
Are you eager to call her?
Yes, Anna. Yes.
So from this meeting,
Yeah.
do you go and call Lisa immediately?
So I showed them the pictures that Lisa had shared with me. And I remember my uncle just lit up. He said, Osione Wajiro, you know, that's Wajiro. And, you know, when you see those pictures, you know, this kid is so cute. And so I took all that. I took the story that my grandma gave me, and I took it with me. And I believe I wrote it, you know, I am trying to remember back. This is in April.
Yeah.
So I scheduled another call with Lisa now to give her the side of the story that I had uncovered. So I told her that, you know, this is what grandma said and this is what had happened. Yeah, and that was the beginning of, yeah.
Of a new day.
Yeah.
Like you're unpacking all these things at once.
Yes.
And are you thanking God that you actually even went on that site?
Yes, it's when my grandmother found out that this is from the DNA,
Yeah.
she told me, go and collect spit from everyone. She kept asking, you mean from my saliva you got all this, like all this
Information.
Yeah, I was trying to tell her a few more things about her traits, and she just wanted to know, you mean when Jiro was found, go and take spit from everybody. Yes.
Yeah, I need my take.
Yeah.
That is deep.
Yeah.
That is deep.
Yeah.
So now they even told you her name is Wajiro.
Wajiro.
This is Wajiro.
Yes.
So now you're in total shock because something that was just a, you know, by the way, has become a reality.
Yes.
And now you call Wajiro. Do you tell her she's Wajiro?
I tell her name.
You
is
tell her her
Wajiro.
name?
Yes.
You tell her you've met her people?
Yes. I am her people.
Because you're her first nephew.
Yes.
Your mother and
My father and my father is first cousins. Is a cousin to Wanjiro.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Because my dad's mom and Wanjiro's mom are sisters.
Your dad's mom and Wajiro's mom
Are sisters.
are sisters.
Yes.
Hey, Jesus. So now it has all added up.
Yes.
You call her and you tell her your name is Wajiro.
Wanjiro.
Does she tell you I'm coming?
She actually wants to be on a plane right
As
away.
you're talking?
Yeah, I'm coming to Kenya. I told her the age of grandma, and she really just wanted to come and be there. Yeah, because she felt she'd missed so much and so many. You know, she learned that her parents had since passed. I don't think it's around the time she found out her sister had just passed, but it almost happened around the same time.
When it happened, I just had to thank the Lord because he'd answered the prayer. He never answered the prayer with bringing me a nephew or a cousin. He brought me my whole family. So since I've been in Kenya for 3 weeks, and I have met over 150 members of my family.
150.
Could be even more, but yeah. I've met my 3 brothers. And the reason why this started was my nephew took DNA from his grandmother, who is my aunt. She is my sister's,
Your
my
mom's
mum's sister. He took DNA from a 95-year-old woman, and I bless her. I bless her every day. And so he took the DNA.
God answers prayer. Yeah.
And he put it on Ancestry. And it matched me. And that, I feel, that was God's way of bringing me my family, because I would never, ever have found my family without that, because they've sealed it so much that there is no way I would be able to find them. So when it happened, it was, I have to thank God. I have to thank God. So we were exchanging over email. I couldn't sleep.
When you saw the email saying, "Are you so and so?"
So we did a FaceTime. We set up a conference call so that we could see each other, because I wanted to see her. I wanted to see my aunt of 95. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. No, it's okay. Hey. Hey. Wow. Wow.
Okay.
And at 95, she agreed to even do the DNA test. So you wanted to see her.
Yeah.
So your nephew now puts her on the screen.
Yeah.
When you saw her?
Yeah. And my 3 brothers. So I have 3 living brothers. One of those brothers used to play with me when I was a child. So, that's why I say the Lord is great. He's so great.
He's so great.
So I saw my brothers, I saw my aunt, I saw my nephew for the first time, and we spoke, and I can't say how happy that day was.
And he told you that he used to play with you?
Yeah. Yeah. So from there, I wanted to touch her. I wanted to hold her. So I've made the preparations, plane ticket, to come to Kenya to see my family. And
oh my gosh. I'm just imagining when he told you, hey, this DNA and this and yours match completely.
100%.
100%. What was your reaction?
I looked at it I just couldn't stop looking at it. And I remember I was going for an interview the next day to be promoted.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? With these thoughts, I wanted to see her. I wanted to see my family. Now I've, for all the searching that I've done, it's real and it's here.
It's here.
And what do I do now? I kept thinking to myself, I need to go to Kenya immediately.
Nah.
Yes.
Did you tell your place of work what was going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did they say? They allowed you?
Yes.
They said, yeah, you just go ahead. And your children?
I said to myself, I need to bring my boys. I need to bring my children. Unfortunately, my daughter, she couldn't be here for various reasons, but I needed to bring my sons. So I brought my sons. And yeah, there's, you know, the homecoming that I got at the airport was just amazing.
Breathtaking.
Just amazing.
After 57 years, Lisa.
57 years. My brothers came and I saw them for the first time in the flesh.
Do you look alike?
Yes. One of my brothers extremely. And my niece, which is my first brother's daughter, as soon as we saw each other, we knew we look alike.
Totally, completely. I met her.
Yeah.
That your niece.
Yeah.
You look completely alike. So that's your brother's child.
Yeah.
You look so alike. Your parents, did you meet them?
I haven't, because they passed many years ago. But there have been several things that have hurt me. So I was praying, as I said earlier, and I was praying. I didn't know what I was praying for, but I was just saying to bring me my family. And 5 days before I got to know that who I was and my family, my sister died.
5 days before?
Yeah. So if I feel that I was praying for her, I needed to get here for her. But unfortunately, she passed before I got here by 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But yeah, she, I could have seen my sister.
But she passed on before.
But she passed.
Your parents passed on many
time.
years
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
So it took you 57 years to
Yes.
see your siblings.
Yes.
And you got 3 brothers who are
Yes.
alive,
alive.
And well and with a big family. So you met 100 and something family
Yes,
members?
I've been to Nakura to see my second aunt, my other mum's sister. She's 101, I think.
101?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she stood at the steps of her house, and I just looked at her and I thought, my goodness. And that was another moment for me. So this whole journey, this whole 3 weeks, has been such an emotional journey for me. I've seen all 3 aunts that were my mum's sister. I've seen my mum's brother. And obviously, there's more family to see, I think.
Yeah.
I love these people. I love these people.
Woman. Woman.
Okay, tell me, when you met Wajiru now, when you met her, because you and her resemble a lot, what went through your mind?
First, I didn't, because of the last experience, I did not come in the picture immediately. And so when she requested for family photos from the brothers, my mom sent a picture and I was there. And I remember she commented, "Who is that?" She was told, "This is my second daughter."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Wow." And she tells me that is when she said, "I'm going to Kenya."
Because you and her resemble so much. You could pass for her daughter.
I was just there thinking like, and Nyaga told me, your auntie is coming on Friday.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. It didn't register that much.
Yeah.
I was just there, yes, she's coming.
Yeah.
We are just waiting
Yeah. To see.
to see. And she came, they went for her at the airport. I wasn't there. And she came. But I don't know when we met. It was on a Sunday. Because everybody was telling her, there's somebody who looks like you.
Yeah.
And so I left church here and I went home. That was the day she came for homecoming. And I found them on my father's grave. And she was like, wow, this is the one. I couldn't control.
You cried, you held,
We connected.
you connected
Yeah.
immediately.
Now the son was saying, this is your twin sister.
Completely. Yeah.
You have come for your twin sister. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So the whole family was now excited to be reunited.
Yes.
That is
Very
amazing.
much.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And now she's the only auntie we have. The two have died. Only her. Wow. Yeah.
She's gonna live long.
Yes.
Like your
100.
grandmother. Your grandmother is 95, and there's one who is 101.
101.
Hey.
Yeah.
The way she looks so young,
Yeah.
she's also gonna live long.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
And I can say it's God time, which is the best. Because if she was the one who came 2011, I don't know what could have happened. But now God has prepared a way. So this is not just a normal thing. I'm just telling her this is divine.
It's divine.
It's divine.
It's divine.
Yeah.
It's God and it's God's timing.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Which is the best.
What did you feel when you learned that your parents were dead?
Sad, really. I visited their graves here. That's the first thing that I wanted to do, is to come to Kenya and visit their graves and say my respects, say my prayers to them. And I've done that. But yeah, I was sad that I would have wanted to just see them, just hold them, yeah.
Did you want to ask questions? Like,
Yes, but sometimes just having your family. That's why I say to people, I see people arguing within their families, having disputes. Your family is a precious thing. It's a precious thing. And, you know, the arguments that brothers have, sisters, aunts, think about having 57 years with no family at all. No family at all. And it's a gift. It's your gift from the Lord. You should make sure that you cherish every single member of your family. Cherish them, because they are important in different ways. They give you knowledge, they give you spiritual knowledge, they give you advice, they give you laughter, they give you all the things that, okay, your friends can give you, but they do it unconditionally.
relationship.
Yeah, it's really important. So I see many people arguing with your families, and I sit and I think, you have no idea.
I wish you knew.
Yes, what it's like not to have anybody except your children. Your children. That's who I've had, and now I've got my grandchildren, and now I have my niece, my nephew, my brothers, my cousins.
Are your children married now? Your sons? And
They
your
were
daughter?
married. They
Yeah.
were married. My daughter's married,
Okay.
but they have children,
Okay.
and yeah,
Okay.
I'm seeing my
Your
grandchildren.
grandchildren now. Yeah. So the reunion was amazing. Have you forgiven the ones that adopted you and the journey that you've taken? Did you forgive them, or where are you at?
I don't hold malice to anybody. That's not my way. That's not who I am. I just want to know why. Why such a thing could be allowed to happen. And is this something that happens? Is there other people that have gone through what I've been through? I want to know that it doesn't happen anymore. So I was a foster parent.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not against adoption. I'm not against fostering, because there is a need. There's many children that need a home that can make them flourish and develop.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reasons, their parents may not be able to do it. But you can't pretend or strip away who that child is. So I do want to know why still. And I still find times when I'm angry that I've lost my culture, that I didn't know my culture, that I didn't know my family. I sometimes do find myself feeling angry for that.
That you lost your parents even before you knew them.
Yes.
On something you didn't choose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do I feel malice to the people that took me? No, I don't. But I wish that they had let me know who I was.
They changed your name?
Yes, they changed my name. And they've put the places in that has stopped me from finding out. They've done everything to block me from finding out who I am.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And my file is somewhere there. And that question inside me is why? Why did this happen?
Because you couldn't find your file even here.
No.
There's just no, like
It's
nothing
here.
shows.
Yeah, it's here.
But not here. Because you
No.
couldn't find it.
It's here.
Yeah.
But I'm not authorized to see my own file. I can't see my own file. So the stipulation is I must never know.
Because
Right.
it's sealed.
Yeah.
So you must never know.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that this needs to be brought out
It
for
needs
people to know
stop.
that it does happen,
Yeah.
and it needs to stop.
Yeah.
Because somebody needs to know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And
And I probably could have lived a perfectly good life. A life where if I had the knowledge of who I was, if I knew who my name was, I think now, in this time, we can't keep secrets like this. This is not a secret that I've lived that secret, and it's been very painful.
so you don't want somebody else to go through the same pain.
No.
And that's why you're here with the story,
Yeah.
so that you shield others
Yeah.
from going through the same scenario
Yeah.
as a family.
Yeah. I'm not saying adoption is wrong, but they must know, everybody must know where
They're
they
coming
come from. And has anybody got the right to deny you that? That is my question. Has anybody got the right to deny, to say, I was born in Kenya? Has anybody got the right to deny, to say, you can't know that? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Everybody in life needs to know that they were born here. These were their parents, even if they were adopted.
Yeah.
Like, these were the parents and all that. I believe, Lisa, that you're going to really help a lot of people that are watching us today to be able to, get a hold of their families
It's very important.
And even that, the sending, the putting your DNA out there, that was a genius idea.
Yeah.
That
And
was-
I waited. So we're 23 now. I put it in 2017 and nobody, there was matches, but matches that were like 5 generations behind. But when I saw the match was 100% match, and it also said within your first tier of family. So you've got your first tier is your siblings and your mum and dad.
Yeah.
And then the one under that is your next tier. When I found that, I was like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is a
It
miracle.
was a
that's-
dream come true. A miracle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a miracle. And it was from my 95-year-old aunt.
Oh my God. And she's still alive and well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she I've just seen her come out of the hospital and I wish her so much, well-being. But yeah, she is.
But you were able to
and
communicate.
she was so excited to see me.
You were able to communicate.
Yeah. And she knew that her sister that had a child taken, she knew the story. So when she found out from her nephew, that there was this girl in the UK, she immediately knew who I was.
Did she did she tell you the story of how she knew that you had been taken
She
away?
told my nephew. She said that it's Wanjira,
10.
and that's my name.
So 10 is your name.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try and learn the Kikuyu?
I must do, because even standing in your church,
Yeah.
I was there, and I just thought that the service was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And I stood there, and I thought for a second, I can't read my own language.
Yeah, it's Swahili.
And with the prayer that was coming up, I was just stood there for a moment. And this is where I say I have these points where I'm angry, because I felt angry then, but I couldn't read my own language. So yes, I do have to learn it. I do.
And you are so beautiful and you look so young. Like for you to say, I waited 57 years, I'm like, okay, so how old are you then?
Yeah. Well, as I said, my aunt is 95.
Yeah.
My other aunt is 100 or 101, I think.
Yeah.
So we do live a long life. I think we live a long life.
How old are you? Would you be okay to say?
I'm over 60.
You look so beautiful. You
Thank
look,
you.
yeah, you look
Thank
young
you.
and beautiful. So for 57 years, you were waiting to just meet your family, and finally you did.
Yes. And I've met them all across Kenya. I went to Mombasa for 3 days, for the last 3 days of my party in Kenya. I went to Mombasa and I met another set of family members there. So everywhere I go, I'm
Meeting
actually
family.
meeting family
Everywhere.
and they're receiving me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. My prayer for you is that you be able to forgive, because what we go through, even though it's bad and horrible, it helps somebody else. So just somebody listening to your story, you're saving other lives.
I hope so.
You are. You're saving other lives. You're saving other kids from going through the same situation. So as painful as it is, I just want to encourage you that it's not all lost.
No.
Somebody's getting saved right now from their situation.
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you so much.
you.
May the good Lord bless you and keep you with your family.
Yes, yes. I'm sure that I will come back to
Yeah.
Kenya many, many, many times.
Many times.
From there.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, there you are. This is Woman Without Limits. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I believe you will never be the same again. Can you imagine? You've waited for just a little while for God to do something that you're expecting him to do. And this woman has waited for 57 years. 57. So don't quit. Don't throw in the towel. Don't give up. There's a God in heaven who answers prayer. And you know what? You could have even prayed years ago and you even forgot it. You threw it away. But there is a God who says, and he will come. And in the fullness of time, He'll turn everything around. This is Woman Without Limits. May God bless you and keep you.